Hello, everyone. Wait. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kramer and Jess Uncensored, the 148th
Yeah, 48.
148th episode of this bad boy.
Nice.
We're officially into our fourth year of our radio program and podcast. We have re-signed our souls.
No, that's not a nice way to put it, but okay.
We have.
Don't like that.
How do we put it? We have committed
2 more years.
2 more years. 2 more years. We have enslaved.
Whoa.
No, I don't know. Did we talk about it here?
So.
Yeah, we re-signed our contracts here. So
There you go.
We'll be here for 2 more years doing this show, or until they get rid of us. That's usually how it goes in this radio world. So the expectation is 2 years, and that's we're excited about that. So thanks a lot. Honestly, if you guys didn't keep press and play, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, who knows?
If you didn't listen, honestly, and I'm going to say this really, just in all seriousness, which obviously just joking around, kind of dicking around, but a lot of my friends, radio friends that have tried to start radio shows post COVID are still struggling to do so. It is a bitch. It is so hard to start a radio show post COVID,
Or just in general. And then I think especially since that time.
It's just hard, man. Like there's so many media choices now. Like it's just tough. So thank you for those that like came over from San Diego with us. Like first off, we needed you guys because everyone here hated us. So like you guys kind of gave us the confidence we needed through the podcast and through streaming and through social media, because everyone through the airwaves, not everyone, some of y'all were here from day one. So thank you for that. But the loudest majority, the overwhelmingly loud majority did not like us.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then slowly but surely we were able to
build a really cool community, I think.
It's been cool. So thank you for y'all for making this happen. It's been fun to do so. So thank you. This is the Uncensored podcast. Just heads up if you're new here, this is not the radio show. So if you're looking for the kid jokes or all the other stuff, it's not this. Let's go refresh the rules. The Uncensored podcast real quick, Jess.
It's like the close friends feature on Instagram where you're very particular on who you show everything to. And that's kind of like what Uncensored is.
We need to talk today about birthday presents. And when someone asks you for a gift, is that what you have to give them? Especially if did she only ask you for one thing?
Yeah, she did.
So it's like one gift. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? This is actually, I find this to be a really tricky situation. What's going on with this?
Okay. So it's my sister's birthday next month.
Yeah.
And she texts me, let me tell you like the whole story of how we even got here. So my sister Butter, who is 21, texts me and she's like, hey, do you have a discount code for this specific shoe brand? Because she has seen me do some work with them. And I was like, no, that wasn't through the shoe itself. That was actually through a business locally. And I was hired through them, and any shoes that I received, it specifically had to do with that specific campaign. Right. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, do you have any extras? And I was like, no. And she goes, wow, you're really not going to help out your struggling sister? And I was like, no. And I said,
hang on. This is over text?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think maybe that was said in a joking tone? Because that could have been read to you. Like, oh, we're
no, Butter is joking, but she's serious when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, first of all, that's not it. And I was like, I know you, and I know your bougie ass would never wear my beat up shoes because I wear these every day to work out, and they're beat up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think she's thinking I have I have 20 fresh pairs of shoes in these boxes in my house. You know what I mean?
Right.
We also don't even wear the same shoe size. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But like, I know that Butter is not one to get hand-me-down. She wants brand new freshies, name brand. That is her deal. Right. And she's like, they're just so crazy expensive. And I was like, girl, I know. Like if it wasn't through the situation I had, I definitely wouldn't have any. And she goes, well, my birthday is coming up. And I was like, girl, you literally were just talking about how expensive these shoes are. I was like, is that what you're thinking I need to be getting you and how much I need to be spending on you for your birthday?
Price tag?
I would say I know the ones that like, especially with her and her taste, it's at least over $200. At least.
Damn.
She wouldn't be, we're not looking at like the sale section over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, is that what she is expecting me to spend? And if I didn't, is she not going to be satisfied with what I get? I mean, because for her birthday, I literally was going to send her like maybe like, you know, like a Starbucks gift card and like give her like some cash,
How
like
much?
buy her some lunch, like no more than like 30 or 40 bucks, because Gerald and I are trying to save up and buy our tickets home. Like those shoes are probably like a quarter of our plane ticket. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you're thinking 30, 40 bucks. She's thinking
She's like $200, $300. And I just think that's so crazy.
Man. What do you do? And honestly, as you were telling this story, I bet that parents probably go through this a lot. And I'm gonna keep the same radio rules too here, because we won't ruin any surprises here. But like, what are you supposed to do like when your kids come to you and like they want one thing from Santa Claus and that thing is like $500? Like now that I've dabbled in the Lego world and I realize some of these sets are like $500. And like, what if your kid comes to you and they're like, I really want like this $500 Lego or like PlayStation 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, they don't worry about it. I'm gonna ask from Santa. I'm not gonna put that on you. Like it's not a big deal. And you're like,
And
okay,
the gifts get more and
cool,
more elaborate.
no problem.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit. You know what I mean? Like, what are you supposed to? So like in your sister's expectation right now,
I guess what I'm asking is like, did I just find out her expectation on me? And I think that's crazy.
She probably thinks that you're like this multi-million-dollar radio star.
I think she thinks that I have money.
Yeah, people think that we make a lot of money.
And we don't.
Yeah. Do you think we should ask YouTube how much they think we make?
No. That's just gonna depress me.
Make us sad.
Yeah.
No.
Ballpark it.
No, don't. I'm just like, bro, like I just
what
think,
are you,
I was just
what
like,
are you supposed to? Are you okay? So your sister is expecting a $200. And hi, by the way, YouTube, how you doing? Good morning. Tina's here, and we should set this up. Sorry. Hi. We do our show live on YouTube. I don't know when. Wednesdays, typically around 10 Eastern ish, but don't hold us to that because sometimes we don't even do it then. Just subscribe, Kramer and Jess on YouTube, and we're gonna pop on here when we can. Isabel, hi, good morning. What's up, Doe Eyes? Hi, good morning. Good morning. Marcy is here. Hi, Marcy. Thank you for the celebration.
Y'all, am I tripping about this? Like, this is crazy that she's asking me for that kind of gift, right?
Tina says you can keep posting your wedding pictures, by the way.
Thank
She
you,
loves
Tina.
them. Erica says, good morning. Hi, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So are you supposed to go to her? I guess here's the question. Are you supposed to go to her?
I think we need to have a sit down of like, I think you don't understand what my life is like.
Or do you just give her the gift card? Because I don't think you have to go and like explain to somebody that you don't have money to like do
or that it's inappropriate to ask someone like for a gift. Like, I think it's like, I just think that's so, I don't know. I thought that was so wild.
But like, do you have to explain that to her?
No, I guess not.
But here's
and
the thing.
She wouldn't even, I don't even think she would like care to listen.
Well, obviously her expectation is like, it's going to be that it's high. You know, her expectation.
And I just need to like send her like, here's spend this wherever you'd like. This is what I got right now.
Or do you like buy? Because my thought process is, do you buy? Let's say, you know, do you buy her like a gift card toward the like a store that has them? And you're like, here's $25 towards those shoes, or is that shitty to even do? Do you just not even mention the shoes?
Yeah.
And like,
be like, don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah. You know, if she's expecting 200 and you give her like 20, why is she expecting 200? Like, who's sibling? Wait, really quick. This is where we can talk on YouTube.
I don't know.
YouTube with siblings. What do you spend? First off, let me tell you this. I don't get my siblings gifts
for birthdays.
No, nothing. Every now and then, Maggie, my sister, will give me something. but I don't get them shit, to be honest with you. I don't do any. My brother and I don't do anything.
Is this a generation thing? Because I've never, even like with my friends, like I've never expected anyone to get me anything. I don't expect anyone to get me anything, and I never have ever, because I'm just like, even before in this economy, even before that, especially now, but like even before, I genuinely never, like, especially I just didn't.
What does she do for you?
Nothing.
She does nothing for you.
I think for as far as like birthdays and she got me for, I think, was it my bridal shower or the bachelorette? It was not, oh no, it wasn't the bridal shower. She didn't get me anything for the bridal shower, but I didn't want her to. She was like, "Oh my god, like I didn't get you a gift." And I was like, "You're not supposed to. Like why would you get me anything? It's fine." And then she got me actually this really pretty like this like custom perfume bottle that has her wedding date, and I think that was kind of like she ended up getting something for me because she felt bad. But again, I was like, don't get me anything. Like,
and you
why
mean
would you
that?
need?
You genuinely mean that?
I genuinely mean that. Honestly, the only time that we get things for each other is for Christmas.
Do you mean that with your parents too? If your parents didn't give you anything for your birthday, would you be sad?
My parents don't give me
They don't give you
anything for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stony, Stone, by the way, this is not this sounds like a radio made up name. Stone's brother's name is Steele. Both their real names, by the way.
Yep.
Do you and Steele give each other gifts for your birthday?
Not really. I mean, I'll give him gifts every now and again. Just
but it's not like
random.
but it's not like an expected.
No, I'm not going out for his birthday to buy him something.
And I think it's like if people do that, that's fine. I just have noticed as I've gotten older. I mean, honestly, the only time that my family and I exchange gifts is for Christmas. And like I get something from my parents.
Yeah.
My sister gets my parents something. I get something from my sister.
I think that's probably right.
But that's it.
Marcy says it's too expensive for a sibling gift. I agree. Marcy, then what's right then? What's not too expensive for a sibling gift? What do you think should be like the right amount? Doe says, and you just get married. Y'all don't have money.
Girl,
right?
we
Slow
don't.
it down. Like,
we don't.
Yeah.
But we also like we are 10 years apart. So I think that's why like I also don't want to like I am conflicted on like, do I need to, it's like a part of me is like, I don't need to explain that to you because I think that's personal business, period. But then a part of me is like, I think we're in such different places in our lives. Like, do I need to share that with you so you kind of understand?
What'd you do last year for a birthday?
I sent her flowers. Like I got, and that was like a surprise. Like, you know what I mean?
I think if you do anything, it doesn't have to be grandiose just because she wants you to do something bigger. Doe says, my sister and I don't buy anything for each other. We just buy gifts for the kids. And I think, yeah, dude, once you have kids, bro, it's over. It's donezo.
Yeah.
But if you don't have kids, then it's like you're kind of in this weird territory. Marcy said that she doesn't exchange with her brothers at all, like none. So I don't think siblings really. I think siblings is like a weird. I don't think my brother and I have ever given gifts. And again, I've never given anything to Dramaggie, my sister. And
do you think it's like a Gen Z thing?
Maybe.
Low key.
Yeah, maybe so. But I would not buy her $200 shoes for shit, even if she's asking, unless she was like struggling and, oh my God, I need these shoes for work, or you were like balling, you just got some huge amount of money. I just want, I won you just had some huge sum of money. You just wanted to ball out, but you don't.
So I will say her opening text was like, I need some new shoes for work. Right.
She doesn't need $200.
No, she doesn't. And I think, and when she says struggling, it makes me think back to when I was struggling. And having brand shoes and $200 anything was not even a thought or consideration.
No, I know.
So, but I also wonder if it's like a Gen Z thing as well. And also this is like, I'm really trying to understand her mentality. This is no way in like trash talking my sister or anything like that. I've just noticed like things that she posts on social media or even cousins of mine around her age or anything like that. I see them a lot of the times like sharing like what their friends are getting them and like what they're kind of getting for each other.
Right.
So I just wonder is this like a new kind of love language of like that group?
I think it might be. I think like obviously, yes. I think her being able to say this is what my sister gave me is like kind of a flex maybe for that generation.
Yeah.
wow, this is a way deeper conversation than I realized. I didn't realize we could say so much about a sibling gift, but I think we realized that like we don't really get our siblings shit. Like, good luck out there. We're all struggling out here. Like, I'm trying to buy you fucking shoes. Go get your own shoes. Stoney, when's your anniversary?
October 10th.
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah, it's really close.
I thought you were gonna pause like you didn't know there for a second. Can I tell you a funny story? That's also my wedding anniversary.
No way.
On that day?
Yeah.
No way.
No, it's actually the 11th. It was the 11th,
okay,
so never
okay,
mind. It's not.
okay.
Then I'll tell you what. We'll actually talk about your wedding, your anniversary next week. Then we still got some time. Stoney's 1 year anniversary with Rachel's coming up, and we got to talk about that because that's a big deal. The big one is coming up.
It is a big deal.
So we'll talk about that. I got broken up with by a friend this week, and the show already has attitude about it.
I cannot wait. I want to be able to see people's comments
these
when we talk about
comments.
this. I need to see people's comments because,
I am.
before we get into this,
Are you ever on my side for anything, by the way, or do you just do this just for radio reasons? Do you just want to argue to argue?
I think I'm the only person in your life that refuses to tell you what you want to hear, and that's why you think I try to fight with you, and it's not. I do
just
it
wonder
because I
sometimes
love
you're just
you.
like, we need to have counter arguments.
No,
Like,
I do it because I love you, and like you are. Honestly, I'm shook at your reaction to this. To be honest.
like friend breakups are hard, man. They're like worse than actual breakups. I feel like
Those are traumatic. Those are very difficult. Yes, they are.
Yeah, because like breakups are like you like have a reason usually. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, romantically this isn't working up. Friend breakups are like, damn, like
It's a different kind of trauma.
it is. I think the reason that I got broken up with was completely unfair on my behalf. But we'll talk about it right after this break. Da-da-da. Yeah, friend breakups are tough, man. They're and this has been shit 5 years, you know, not like a lifetime friendship. Dan, I always got Dan. That's what I'm saying, man. Dan and I, we're gonna be sitting in a retirement home together.
Shout out Dan and that mustache of his.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dan's gonna be there through thick and thin. We've been through some shit, that guy and I. We Dan's been my friend since 4th grade, and
Mr. Loyal.
he is. I don't. The reason you know why Dan and I have been friends for so long. I realize this as I'm getting older. I'm realizing why him and I are friends for so long. Do you want to guess why?
You and Dan?
Yeah.
I just think you guys probably balance each other out.
He is the most easygoing human being on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I've never met a more easygoing.
He is.
He's
easy to be around.
He's
calm. He has a calming presence.
He goes with the flow.
Yeah.
He just does. He's down for whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm the complete opposite. I'm down for nothing except for exactly what I want to do.
And he just lets you.
And he just lets me
wild.
do. And he's like, you want to do that? I'm down. If there's a plan, I'll go for whatever the plan is.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful friendship, and I love Dan dearly. He's my brother.
He's a good guy.
I lost. Actually, I feel like I'm gonna lose 2 friends in the process. This
Really?
week. Yeah, I'm actually really upset about this. So I need to know though, honestly, is this fucked? Is this fucked? Because I feel like this is fucked. I gotta be honest, like moving, this is the one part about the radio business that I hate more than anything is the moving part, because
all your friends are spread across
they're all
the
over the
country.
place, and it is hard because you do have to do a really good job at nurturing those friendships. And if you don't, and I'll be honest, 95% of those friendships fade away.
Right.
Because it's just hard. And it's not that you don't care about the people. It's just
hard.
Life moves on.
Adulting.
And it's not that you don't care about the people. It's just I've done this long enough that I know that no matter how much you say we're gonna like keep up and like whatever, it's just
that's a natural part of life as well.
Life moves on, everything gets busy.
Yeah.
There have been some friends though in California, even though I've been gone for 4 years, that I've really nurtured, because post-divorce they were really, really important to me. And so through the years, we specifically 2 of them, I've made it really important to make time every year, to multiple times through the year, to go travel to go see them. These are friends that I met through yoga that we've traveled either there, they've come here times. But it's been the three of us, and we've gone to trips here, there. We've all just made time to be there for each other, and it's been really nice. I got a call this week that one of these friends is no longer going to be able to be friends with me anymore, breaking up with me as a friend because her boyfriend
Mm-hmm.
is no longer comfortable with our relationship.
With how much you guys talk.
Just all of it.
Okay.
And I'll tell you how this came about is because we were looking at booking a trip, another trip for Thanksgiving, because we typically travel, and we haven't been able to, honestly, we haven't been able to travel because of my health for a while. And so I was like, well, let's get something on the books for, and by the way, they both have had boyfriends for a while. One of them has had a boyfriend the whole time we've been friends. One of them though had a boyfriend, this one that is now broken up with me, since almost a year now, I guess.
Oh, and so he's known you for, or he's known of you for that long?
About a year now. But it was kind of new the last time we traveled, which would have been December of last year.
Okay.
And so, and even then it was brought up of like, he's a little uncomfortable with this, but
the trip was already planned.
It was already kind of planned.
It's kind of how it was for my bachelorette. I had one of my best guy friends who was in my wedding, and he just started dating a girl at the time, and like she was uncomfortable with it, but it was such a new relationship that he wasn't about to not go.
Like whatever.
Yeah.
So I bring up this trip, and I could tell like it was kind of like yeah. Get a call, and basically it's like I can't travel anymore. And
is this just traveling, or like she literally can't or it's just you guys can still be friends, but it just has to be different, basically?
It's just basically he's not comfortable with us like hanging out like one-on-one, or like
how it was
with us doing what we were doing anymore.
Okay.
Which is like I could probably still go to California, but like,
and like visit them.
Yeah, but like it's just he's not comfortable with the three of us traveling together.
Why can't he go?
I don't really want him to go.
Interesting.
To be fair,
and he knows that.
Because I don't really want the other. I don't want it to be like a couple's trip with me. Is really what I don't want it to be.
I get it, but however, as far as the partner's perspective, there's this guy that they're not close to, and he's saying, and he doesn't want me on the trip with you. Obviously, that's a red flag for them.
I completely understand.
Right.
Kind of. So she tells me this, and she's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And like, the more I think about it, I'm like, it's kind of messed up. I'm like, how so? Kind of bummed about it, because now I'm just putting this I'm like taking the situation and I'm putting it into my perspective. If I started dating someone and they came to me and they're like, hey, I've been friends with somebody for 5 years and we've been doing these trips forever, and now you feel uncomfortable with this, so you don't want me. I wouldn't allow that to happen. I would never let somebody new to come into my life and say that to you. I wouldn't let it happen. I think it's like, if we're going to be in a relationship, you got to trust me. You got to let me be able to have a level of now. If this all of a sudden, if I met somebody new, right? Like if I met somebody, let's just say I went to yoga class and I met some new girl. I'm like, hey, me and this new girl, we're going to go on some trip, and like, you don't even know them. And like, okay. But like, there's 3 of us going, and there's multiple people in this group that know me and know of me and like vouch for me. And like, if we wanted to meet at some point, I'm not like trying to hide from anybody. I guess there's just like this weird level of disappointment that like, it wasn't stood up for. Like, you don't know that. You're right. I don't. You don't know what conversations they had. I don't. But it's like, I feel like,
and she doesn't owe that to you either. She doesn't need to tell you the specifics of what was said between her and her partner. I'm sure that wasn't an easy phone call. That also wasn't an easy decision for her to make either.
But like, the girls' trips are canceled, and I'm pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It sucks.
I love my girls' trips. I love
Yeah.
my girls' trips.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy, but I friggin' love my girls' trips.
No, it doesn't sound crazy. I think it's like it's something you look forward to, and you've been
It
doing
wasn't
for a
weird
long
at
time.
all. It really wasn't. There was nothing weird at all about these girls' trips. There wasn't. I just liked hanging out with my girlfriends. It was fun, and we had a good time. And I just feel, like I got to be careful because I'm sure this is going to get back to her. I just feel like it seems a little controlling. It seems a little controlling. I just know I don't want to be in a relationship where a partner can come to me and say, you can't do that.
Steven.
I'm just being honest.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add? So here's my thing about this. I was so shocked when you said this to me because this is something that you would do to somebody else. And I've seen you do it as well. I actually, when you told me the situation,
that was different. Are you talking about Miss California when she started going to church with some new guy? No.
Even in general, whether it's new or it's not, like you are the most jealous person on the planet. And if you were dating someone and they had a friend or whatever the hell it was, and they were like, no, I don't want him to go, you immediately, I know for a fact there's no way that you would stand for it. And you have so many things that you expect of a partner that you would let them do or would not let them do. And so I do think it's hypocritical of you to call that controlling. I'm not saying that it doesn't suck. I'm not saying that it's not fair to you. I just think that you should be more understanding because it's I get that you're saying right now in this moment you wouldn't let anyone do that to you, but I know that if your partner was in her position, you would expect her to do what she's doing right now as your partner, and that's what she's doing. And it does take it in this situation, it does take precedence over that. It's different and it sucks. Stone, what do you think?
No, that exactly. Like Kramer, you would definitely not be comfortable with someone else going on a trip alone with someone like that.
It's not alone. First, it's not alone.
I just meant like
no, just
not
the same
with
situation.
you there.
And for
and there's
and for
enough
him
people
and for
vouching
no,
for
but
me.
it doesn't matter. But for the man to be like, I don't
And we
want
have
him to
separate rooms.
be
It's not
there.
like-
No, I know. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not discrediting anything you're saying. I understand that nothing goes on there, but from as someone on the outside, and then like you would feel the same exact way. So I just thought that you would be a little more understanding. And I feel like she probably thought you would be too. And it sucks.
I mean, it's fine.
It's also a transition as well. I think it's like one of those things where you get to a place in your life where things are changing. And I actually had to go, I had this conversation with a friend of mine because something similar kind of happened to where a friend of ours, like, I mean, really, he's in a relationship now, and he's just one of those people that drops everything once he gets in a relationship, which I personally don't agree with. However, like if that's what they want to do, and if that's what his priorities are, like he has every right to do so.
Yeah.
And she does as well. And I think that her life may be going into a different direction. And I think it would have been so beautiful and such an amazing thing if things like this and trips like this could continue. However, like it's a reality that they can't, or they wouldn't be as frequent. And I think right now, I think what sucks, and I don't know about your other friend, but I think it's just like,
well, it'd be weird. It would be weird if me and one other female went on. I do think that would be uncomfortable. Like I don't
like it's more fun when it's like the three of you guys.
I just think it's more comfortable for everybody.
Right.
I wouldn't feel comfortable going on a trip with just one other friend. I don't think that's fair. I do think that makes things a little weird.
Yeah.
So we've already talked about like this, the dynamic of that, and like
that it's just like the three of you is cool, but it's like yeah, like what piece is missing.
You know what I mean?
And I think again, I think it's just a transition of like where people are in their lives right now.
Yeah.
And that's where she's going.
I know.
And that has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with where she's at in her life.
Can't wait for them to break up. I'm kidding. Jesus Christ, don't send me an email. What do you honestly, YouTube, how do you feel about that? What goes through? I mean, and I hear you, and you're not wrong.
But it sucks.
But it sucks.
No, yeah,
It
it's
just
hurtful.
like
It's sad.
it's just like
It's sad. It's like mourning. You're like, damn. Well, we
Yeah.
had a good run.
we did. And it was like it was fun. It was a good like everything was like working beautifully. And you're right. I would feel some kind of way.
And I think this goes back to the point that
But
we
this
brought
is-
up earlier. This is just a natural occurrence, like in life.
Life is just weird. It just moves on. Things move
Exactly. And
on.
I think right now that's what's happening.
The story that Jess is talking about, by the way, is way different.
Whatever. It's not.
Miss California, the woman that I was dating when I moved out here.
There were so many other things.
She
too.
all of a
They're
sudden,
not.
Tony, tell me this is not weird. All of a sudden,
no,
this
no,
girl
no,
that I was
no.
dating, she started going to church every Wednesday with some new guy.
No.
We're not
Yeah,
going to
For
church.
the guy,
That's
for
not
the
the
guy
same.
who
We're
needs
not.
to know, for the guy
We're
who
not.
needs to know where his partner is,
Yeah,
where she's at
do,
all
all
times. You want
times.
call-ins,
We're
you
not
want
going to
check-ins,
church.
and then you are
No.
also the person who's telling that other
Yeah.
guy, no, you can't come on the trip.
You
You're
can't
tripping.
come on the trip. Yeah,
You're
we're not.
tripping.
We're not going to church together. That's for sure. Not some new guy.
No, you're crazy.
Okay, let's go through some comments, and I got to go to neuropsychology appointment. Erica, actually, just read these. I don't feel like reading all this.
Erica says, I think it's natural for guy-girl friendships to change once
That's
either get into a
true. It is
relationship.
true,
It
yeah.
is. But I think the separation should have came from the friend, not their partner giving a kind of ultimatum.
That's okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. Should she have been the one to have said something versus the boyfriend being like, I'm not comfortable? What do you think?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like it says, but I think the separation should have come from the friend, not the partner. Like, should my friend have been like, hey, listen, like, I feel like I need to add some space, not the boyfriend having to be like, hey, you better add some space here.
She could very much feel that way, but I also think it's easier for her just to blame it on her partner so it doesn't make it as bad on her end.
Okay.
And
All
I think we've all been guilty of that as well.
Fair.
Isabel says, Kramer, would you feel the same way if it was the other way around? If you meet a girl that went on trips
if
with
we're
a guy
being
friend?
honest, like I can play the Kramer card and I'm like, no, I don't care. But I would care.
You would care.
Yeah, I'd care definitely.
Erica, in my opinion, I think the friend should have told Kramer why she's distancing herself. It puts a strain on their friendship and makes Kramer dislike the boyfriend even more. Didn't she tell you that?
It honestly, it does. If I'm being honest, I'm probably being too honest around this, but she did kind of make him sound like the bad guy.
Well, of course she did because
Right.
it's easier on your guys'
You're right.
friendship and it makes that because honestly, I'm sure this is very difficult for her as well.
Right.
I know it is. It sucks.
I know.
Tina says, Kramer, you should have said you identify as a woman. No, we're not doing that. That's not okay. We're not doing that. No. No, Tina. I'm not saying that. No.
Bro, that's funny.
No.
You gotta admit that's funny.
Is my dad watching the fucking...
Is he on here?
Are you watching? He goes, what did Butter ask you for?
No. What's up, Mike? No, I would be upset, but it just sucks, man. It's like any girls want to go on girls trips with me? I really miss girls trips are fun. They are fun. They're fun. They're way better than guys trips. Guys trips are fucking lame. Except for Dan. We have a good time. All right. We're out of here. Thanks for being a part of our lives. Jess, where do we get you?
Just do it. JESSDUITT.
Stony Baloney.
Stonefelts on all socials.
I'm still waiting for you to change your handle to the Balone.
I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening.
Come on, man. We all want give the people what they want. I'm that guy Kramer.
She
All
asked my dad for the same things. Yes, she's wild.
Oh wait, he doesn't know he's.
No, he didn't know. And then he said,
Oh,
wait, what did
really?
she ask you for? And I just told him, he goes, she literally asked me for the same thing.
Oh, she really wants his shoes.
She had a control.
All right. We love you guys. We'll see you next. We'll see you.
Love you.
All right, love you guys.
Bye.
You too. Thanks for being here. See ya. Bye. Bye, guys.